There we go. We're live. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The thing wouldn't go through. It's like, it's not available right now. I'm just sitting there going, hello, why not? Hi. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Finishing up the last of my coffee. Oh, my goodness gracious. Busy day so far. It seems every day is a busy day. They're at Drawing the Circle Productions. How are you all? Good morning, Donna Bella. Good morning, Bridget. Oh, the coffee is extra super delicious this morning for some reason. Hope you are all well. We're going to do a Divine Mother thing today, considering I have the hotline, so to speak, for such things, as do we all. It's just I've exercised it. EXER, not EXOR, just to clarify. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day, but a little chilly here where I am in beautiful downtown Holbrook. I don't know if there's an uptown or a downtown in Holbrook. Hans Delbrook. Oh. Check that off the list. That was good coffee. I have coffee next to me and a kitty in my lap, feeling good. Blessed be. Hey, Sabbers, you want to come sit with me? I moved the chairs closer so they can sit with me. I don't know if people figured it out, but the two jackets that I have on there, I like the two. It's my Pisces moon. Like, one's like a suit jacket and one's my leather jacket. His name is Bruce. And is this Andrew Fezza? I think this is Andrew Fezza. Yes, it's Andrew Fezza. And Bruce. A gift I gave to myself when I left my first husband. Although I understand when you move into Manhattan, they give you one at the border. But you have to have proof of address. Who's this kitty is that? Come here. Come to mama. He was up here before. He likes to crawl on the table when the cameras aren't rolling. I can never catch him doing it. Also a chill in the air here. Energizing, yeah. My dad's name is Bruce. Just call me Bruce. Kitties! Nope. We're not interested in being a part of your online career, mother. And I am mother, and so I do take some part of Mother's Day for myself with my boys. And certainly this morning, I couldn't get out of bed because they were just like, no. Because cats can't say dada. They say or they call me Mal. I'm like, what? God, they can't form other words. They'd never shut up. Good morning, Dee. Happy Mother's Day to you too. To all the mommies, literal and symbolic. Not all of us have given birth to children. Plenty of mothers who have adopted. Blessed be. There are plenty of men who play mother roles, right? Mother is an archetype. Oh, that's a good idea. Why, thank you, whatever spirit guide suggested that. I'm going to pull the mother archetype card. While we are waiting, talk amongst yourselves for a few minutes. You know, we always do the opening thing here as a schmooze time so people can say hi. Please, let's not talk about the Fae. I should never have posted that name generator thing. Muggles, man, they just don't understand what the Fae are. I don't trust them. See, I can't. Right, Tina Belcher. Good morning, Karen. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. There was a very, very long time, I think at the beginning of YouTube, this talking cat video, not Sylvester the talking cat, because that just breaks my heart that He's no longer with us, not the cat, the guy. I'll bust into tears. He was so cute and so talented. But there was this cat hanging out in the carrier. And go, mouse, treat. I have to find that. It's really old. I think that's like back in the beginning of YouTube. Or maybe it was just an online video, but let's see. In the middle of a book series called, about the Fae. It's very good. The first one is called A Court of Thorns and Roses. I'd need trust them as far as I could throw them. I could throw them rather far, but still, they steal babies. They steal babies. They make bargains that never work in your favor. They're tricksters all, and I don't blame them. They're creatures of nature, and look what humanity's done with nature. I'd be awfully vengeful myself, and mind you, my dear. They're neutral. They're not good. They're not bad. They're neutral. They're in it for themselves. And they'll kiss you as well as kill you. Poison in their blood, if you ask me, and I don't blame them. Strip mining. Right? Oh, yeah, dam their rivers and flood their homes. I don't blame them at all. What is this Mother archetype, the last card in the deck? Why didn't I just start from the other side? No, I must have passed it. I'm going to keep looking. Actually excited to go back to work tomorrow. Good for you, sweetheart. Oh my God. Well, you have to understand, I studied speech for 3.5 years, 2 at Bosie's Cultural Arts Center in Syosset. This is all in the 80s, particularly the Lesak method. So I used to be able to take any word, any phrase, any speech, monologue, whatever, notate it with the symbolic system, and then change the sounds with different things. I don't remember any of that now. That's gone with the wind. But then I also took a 1.5 of speech class at the conservatory. There we are, the Mother archetype. Boston Conservatory Music, Dance, and Theater. And really, and I don't know if it's because I'm also pitch perfect, but I have a really odd clairaudient thing where I can hear it. And if I can hear it, I can speak it. Either that or I'm just a channel. could be all of those things, right? Yeah. Yeah, I was very well trained, but again, if I had continued my career in show business, not only would I not be doing this, I don't think I'd be alive. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be alive. In fact, I'm almost dead certain I wouldn't be alive. Yeah, it's probably not the best way to say it, but what are you going to do? Hi, Grace. Hi, Reagan. Reagan, are you new to our room? Welcome. If you are, although you might be somebody who's been here before under a different name, because that happens here all the time too. So in a few minutes, we are going to, I wait until 11:11 so we can make our wish, and I understand not everybody's in my time zone, but that's okay. You can wish along with me. We're all multidimensional. And I've got my Morrigan statue here, which doubles as a statue of Hera. They're sisters. They like each other. They plot and dominate together. But, you know, Celtic and Greek. As long as it's not Celtic and Roman, they seem to be fine. People are like, why don't you want to mix Roman gods with Celtic gods? I'm like, history. That's why. Oy. Oh, you're on my Facebook page. Excellent. Good. I'm so glad that you're joining us today. Cool. Excellent. Well, we also have the Facebook group, and the Facebook group is wild for me. It's a lot of fun. It's private. Nobody knows you're in it. I like the confidentiality that way. And I posted this meme, you know, those name generators, like take your first letter of your first name and the month you were born and the day you were born, and, you know, what's your hooker name? That's the one I like. But this was about what's your fairy name, and I don't trust the fae. I don't trust them at all. I've already said why. I don't want to get into it. Today's about the Divine Mother, not the fae, although she gave birth to them too. But even she's like, ooh, do not trust them. Yeah. So I posted a YouTube video of Pam being angry at Sookie Stackhouse, and it's my favorite scene. Even though Pam is in such pain, I was very pro Pam. Very pro Pam. That entire series through, I loved her so much. I mean, I know the series had to end. I mean, what were they going to do? Like, Suki runs a trailer park. I mean, it was so far away from the book, from what I understand, right? I have to find a Hades and Persephone statue like that. Online, you could find them. But this is my first live chat I've managed to make. Welcome. Sometimes I read these backwards, right? Oh, yes, you're in the group too. Good, good, good. Yeah. I can get away with a lot more on Facebook than I can on YouTube because I'm not monetized on Facebook. But eventually I will be able to be. I'll be able to charge for live streams, but I don't know that I'll do that in the group. I might do that just on my regular feed, whatever that's called, my own profile. Remember when we used to call it a wall? What happened? What happened to the wall? Did we remove the wall? Did we take all in all? It was just another brick of the wall. Oh, I know. Oh, Eric. He was so beautiful. He still is. I'll take any of the Scars guards, even the dad. I don't care. I'm easy. So it's been said. Not really. All right, it's almost 11:11. Hanging in there. No, I do not have a Demeter statue, but that's why I've got my jewelry totems. I don't need statues. I wear them with. Yeah. Okay, getting ready. Getting to the kitty position. Ready? 11:11. Here we go. Make a wish. Oh, for the well-being of all, so motivate. So it is. Oh, that was good. I love doing that. All right, let's get down to business. We're talking about the Divine Mother today. My hair looks okay, so I think we're in good shape for this. I want to talk a little bit about the astrology for the next couple of days because, oh dear. Yeah, we'll get there. Take a nice deep breath. Everyone do settle in, whether you are a mother or not. Settle in. Breathe. Give yourself this time and space, right? Give yourself this breath. Give yourself this rest from the world for a few minutes. And even if you don't hear every word of this prayer, let it move through you. So I ask that this prayer come from the soul born of the Divine Mother. And so we begin. Dearest God, Goddess, all that is, we surrender this time spent together to you. May it serve your purposes. For we are here only to be truly helpful. We are here to represent you who sent us, so we don't have to worry about what to say or what to do, because you who sent us are directing us, and we are content to go wherever you wish, knowing that you go along with us and that we will be healed as you teach us to heal. Please show us what you would have us do, where you would have us go, what you would have us say, and to whom, that we may breathe freely and consciously, that we may take the space that we need, that we may take the time that we need and not be so tyrannized by time itself, and that we may rest on this Sunday, this day of the Mother, and that we may have a deeper experience of the Divine Mother in all of her faces, in all of her names, in all of her ways, however she would have us know her, for the well-being of all. And I ask the Divine Mother to please open the gateway grace of hope. Divine Mother, please grant us the Mother grace of hope, that we alone do nothing, but that with the divine all things are possible, and that there is a divine plan in play at all times. That hope guide us through this time of challenge and darkness, that there are gifts to be had in our own growth, in our own evolution, gifts that you may have hidden for us, but not hidden from us, that we may receive them when we are ready. Like a golden thread through the labyrinth of life, may the grace of hope guide us through. That hope is hard to find some days, and yet it's been said The only thing we are entitled to is hope. So may we claim that entitlement, Mother, if you give it freely, that we may feel that hope, that we may heal through hope, and that we may make our way through the labyrinth to its center and out the other side to you. I love you, Mother. Divine Mother of all names and all cultures. There is only one great Mother. And I am honored to be your child. So may all mothers be blessed. May all their children be blessed. May Mother Earth herself receive the golden light of the truth of who we are, as she supports and sustains us on our journeys to perfection in process. Thank you. May we live in hope. May we be beacons of hope. May we be beacons of the Mother, the Divine Mother love, for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. Oh, hi. Oh. Hi. Sorry, just, a little back stretch there. I'm been a little lax on my yoga as of late, because I like doing it outside when it's warm, and doing it inside with cats I have 3 cats. Like, what you doing? Not great. I am mama though, so it's okay. Yeah, let's talk about the astrology really quickly. I mean, today, the moon entered Capricorn at 5:39 a.m. By the way, I talk about it a bit more in the daily read that I did this morning. It posted 10 a.m. On the Facebook page, and I shared it all over the place after that. But tomorrow, Saturn goes retrograde. Yeah, Saturn, that's right. And we're in Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. That's what caught my eye at 12:09 a.m. So right after midnight, like 9 minutes after midnight, bam. I don't know, like I'll look that up. So if we stream tonight, I can have some more info on that. But it can't be good. I know all things are neutral, but you know what we've been going through. It's like we're already dealing with Pluto retrograde. Isn't that enough? Like really, 2020. Go home. You're drunk, right? It's just there's a lot. And here's the not odd. I mean, it happens pretty much once a year. Mercury enters Gemini tomorrow at 5:56 p.m. I just find that very, very interesting. So keep an eye out. Say your prayers. Say your prayers. Cool. So there we go. So let's talk a little bit about the Divine Mother. I actually have several mothers in my life. One literal one. I call her Hera, and this statue, like I said, is of the Morrigan of Celtic design, but is time shared with Hera. But that's also why I have my jewelry totems. Oh, actually, I'm wearing one that is not a mother today. Hera, Diana, who is my natal matron. She's my Pisces moon. All of them are connected to a sign of the zodiac. Aphrodite, who is my matron for this year, she chose me at Yule, and at Yule I will take a new matron, and Demeter. So really, with my mom, I have five mothers, so to speak, all manifestations of the Divine Mother herself. And I know not everybody has a great relationship with their moms. I get it. So Mother's Day can be very tricky, and I never just assume. Everybody's like, yay, happy Mother's Day. For many, their mothers have crossed, like particularly someone in the room I know has crossed because I officiated at her mother's wake, right? Yeah. I always get those words confused. Your memorial wake, same difference in my mind. So I know it can be a very painful day, but not to switch gears, but to give a little perspective. When my father died the summer between high school and college, right? So I graduated high school in 1986. So he died like right in the middle of the summer. Thanks, Dad. We're on much better terms now. But then I moved to Boston, right? Went to the Boston Conservatory. And that's, I mean, I'd always been on a path. Like I started reading tarot when I'm 12, right? But it's when I moved to Boston that my spiritual awakening went full blown. And it was the 80s, right? It's when a lot of the influx of new age spirituality came from at least the West Coast to the East Coast. And boy, did it hit the Phoenix bookstore on Newbury Street. Big time. It hit it like a hurricane. So I started studying past life regression. And my very first past life regression I did myself, autodidact that I am. And I remember the guides showing me these different lives. I walked down a hallway, open a door here, open a door there. And one of them, I didn't live very long. It was a life in Germany. I was a little boy, and I died out in a field because my sister was supposed to be looking after me, and she didn't. And so I guess I tripped and fell or something, and they found me in the fields. I know it's very Children of the Corn, except it wasn't corn. It was probably wheat or barley, considering it was Germany. And they showed me that that little girl was my father in this life. Now, I was like, I was really shook by that. And they said to me, your father wasn't your father in every life. So take that in for a moment. That means your mother's not your mother in every life. Maybe you were your mother's mother. My mother's mother is my mother too. You get it? We all play different roles in different lives. Now, of course, that's presuming that you take reincarnation into consideration. But on the whole, W-H-O-L-E, I always like to clarify that. It's just remember that we are not bodies, we are spirits. But we are spirits, souls that are chosen to play roles in this world. So I believe that on a certain level, our parents are chosen for us, not just for the script of what's written in the divine plan for the life we're about to step into, but because of other lives that we have with certain souls. So I know that I have been with my mother before in other lives. And I know this sounds a little weird to say it, but it was in Asia. I won't say where. And I don't know if she was a princess, but I was a lady in waiting to her, which was very much our relationship in this life to an extent. That's why I call my mom Hera. Like, first of all, I don't want to say her name because she's a private woman. She's Cancerian. So I specifically, that makes sense because my mother is a bit like my sister, right? It's like, so we have these soul resonances, like Soul Eater, Soul Resonance. It's such a good anime. I wish they would have made more. They didn't. But my mother is a queen archetype. Now I have the mother archetype card here that I'll share with you in a little bit. But understand, my mom and I have a very good relationship now. But it wasn't always that way, right? I get why she was my mother in this life. First of all, she had my brother Matthew. Yes, I'm Mark. Thank God she divorced my father. Otherwise, there would have been Luke and John. And I always say, what if they had been girls? That would have been child abuse, naming them Luke and John. Her name is Luca. She would have to live on the second floor. Take a shot. When I say take a shot, I have this ongoing joke with some people here. It's like every time I work a song lyric, particularly from the 80s, into the conversation, you should take a shot, which means you'll be blasted by the time you're done. But in between my brother Matthew and I was my brother Sean. Now, Sean had Down syndrome. And keep in mind, I was born in 68. So he did not survive. In other words, there were complications there. I think my mother had scarlet fever, rubella, or something like that. Like, that's how long ago, right? There was no amniocentesis, there was no sonogram, hadn't been invented yet. So, you know, shoot, that baby died. But I believe that was me. I believe that was my soul. Like, I got an extra lifetime in that way. Hi, all. Just off a Mother's Day chat with family. Good for you, sweetheart. I'm so glad. Happy Mother's Day. So here's the story, just really quickly. The story of my birth. It'll be in one of my books. So the doctor pulled my father aside. Now, keep in mind, let's say I was born in 68. So he must have impregnated her in January. pulled my father aside. The doctor said, look, get her pregnant right away so she doesn't experience the loss. Thank you, Dr. Not Phil. I don't think Dr. Phil would say that, but besides he was still in college, I'm sure at the time. So, you know, first of all, what a nightmare. Get her pregnant immediately so she doesn't experience the loss. What? Yeah, thanks for the job. Thanks for the career move before I'm even born. Thank you. Healer of mothers, panacea of pain. Great, thank you. Well, here we are. But my father, yes, got her pregnant. And when they found out she was pregnant, this is the story I was told. I don't know if this is true, but you know, you tell kids things, becomes part of their life mythology. That my father went to church every day and lit a candle at the altar of the Virgin Mary, or Mother Mary, which gave him what? I have to do this. Oh, Mary, right? I guess that's how you get a gay witch. Or I do candle magic at the foot of a statue of the maiden, the mother, and eventually the crown. Right? You get a gay witch, which that cracks me up so hard, by the way. But it does show that my mother and I have a very interesting relationship that way. And she's the one who named me. I knew they had agreed on Mark because my father, I think, insisted after Matthew. And because of all the prayer, and by the way, they said I was born beautiful. They were like, you had beautiful curly blonde hair when you were born, and you just looked like an angel. So we named you Angela, where really it's my mother's father's name, right? So I'm named after my great-grandfather on my mother's side. But that really, you know, created this very interesting relationship with my mother, where I was really there for her. Does that make sense? Now it set me up for a career. I mean, how many of you are mothers in this room? How many of you are mothers? How many of my clients are mothers? I would roughly estimate 90%. Even if you're not literal mothers, right? You're mothers of creativity. And that's why I wanted to read this, so that when we pray to the Divine Mother, it's not something outside of you. It's something within all of us. So, of course, with the Caroline Myss archetype cards, archetypes are neutral. Fur baby mama, me too. There's shadow and light. Archetypes are neutral. So the shadow attribute of the mother archetype. Now, I want you to think Faye Dunaway, Mommy Dearest, not necessarily, what's her name? Joan Crawford herself. Smothering or abandoning children, right? Extremes, right? Either smothering or abandoning children. Instilling guilt in children for becoming independent. See, my mom didn't do that. My mom did not do that. She did not. She was just like, walk on your own. Be strong. Be careful what you wish for. The light attribute, nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy, and giving birth to life. Now, giving birth to life through art, giving birth to life in all of its multitudes of forms. The language of pregnancy is the language of creativity, if you really look at it. Conception, gestation, carrying, labor, right? Whether it's a song or a child, right? Whether it's a project. That's why it doesn't matter. I have the mother archetype in my my sacred contract, obviously. I mean, really, obviously. But because my mother is a queen archetype, my relationship with her is one where I am the prince, right? The prince, romantic charm, potential for power, right? That's me. That's me. And you know, I'm not going to say my mother has favorites, but I'm her gay son, right? I'm the one she can go shopping with. My brother Matthew, bless his soul, he's a what do they call him? He's a gearhead. He's the car guy, right? He and his Camaro are one, right? So so I have this interesting relationship with all of that. What? Huh? Wait, it looks like we've got Mulan Sana top. I have no idea what that means, darling. Well, that's just fascinating, darling. But I have no idea what he's saying. But I'm forced to believe it. You love Mommy Dearest. I know. Well, you know, in the 80s, you couldn't get your rainbow gay card unless you were able to at least accurately reenact a scene from Mommy Dearest. That's not true. Why did you adopt me? Yeah, I think you're in the wrong room. I have no idea what that means, sweetheart. Oh, right. Julia's in the room. Bang, bang, Julia's silver hammer came down upon his head. My baby's name is Matthew. Matthew and Sammy. Aw. So the point that I want to make is that we all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing to the ocean, one of the less dirgier pagan chants. Why are so many of the pagan chants so dirgy? Oh, oh, thank you, Julia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did you like, the only version of Maxwell's Silver Hammer that I have in my head is the remake of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band with Steve Martin doing the song. He's such a genius. I love Steve Martin. I've had the biggest crush on him my entire life because he's funny and he's got that white hair. Oh, he's so cute. Takes himself a little too seriously, but, we all fall prey to that. Faye Funaway in that movie. So why can't I get the respect? You get a couple of drinks in me, I can practically quote the entire movie. I'll go, how many times do I have to tell you, if you're going to scrub the floor, you've got to move the plant. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the dirt. Hollywood royalty. I mean, it's so cliche for gay men to be able, but why are we drawn to that movie? Like, why? There's like no gay characters in it that we're aware of, right? Maybe there's some subtext there, so why do we do that? Why? Thank you, Mari. Thank you, Julia, for the super chats. Thank you so much. Why are we drawn? Like, why are gay men like more, in some ways more? Okay, All About Eve is my personal Eve. My understudy, of course I knew. I mean, not exactly a maternal character. Betty Davis in that movie. See, I'm horrible at names. I'm just horrible at names anyway. Things aren't all that bad. I'm still not to be had for the price of a drink, like a salted peanut. Brilliant, right? Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Eve Harrington. It's a dark story, but I think it's because Joan Crawford was a diva. That is probably Christopher, Christina, damn it. Barbara, please, Barbara. Right? That's the shadow mother, right? Why are we so now? Maybe that's because a lot of gay men of the era of the 70s and the 80s, like, were not completely embraced by their mothers, because societally being gay at the time was still incredibly taboo. Not like now. It's like kids are coming out of the closet in grade school. It's like, blessed be. It's like, but us Generation X was like, oh, you kids, there was no LGBT alliances when I was in school. You took your life in your hands. I say that all the time, but I'm happy for them. Like and by the way, I have a past life son. I'm sure I have thousands of them because I cranked out babies in all sorts of different lives in different ways. But my Antony, if you guys are familiar with my my Facebook friend Antony, he's in the group. He comes over and all I want to do is feed him. I'm like, sit down, honey. It's like all of a sudden there's like this astral apron appears on me, and I just start cooking for him. I love him. He's so wonderful, and we have similar colored hair. Purple. So good. Yeah, I gotta love Betty Davis, right? Eve, Little Miss Evil D. I'm so glad you know. This is such a good movie. If you have never seen All About Eve, you are missing out. And Marilyn Monroe plays a very small role in it, but genius. Just like, can't just say, oh, Butler. So good. Oh my God, Addison DeWitt. It's one of my favorite movies, but you have to really buckle in for that movie. It's long. It's worth it, though. So we have all these different manifestations of the mother archetype, but get that the divine mother, every culture has a mother goddess, right? Even the Christians, right? Blessed be the Christians, that they've got, Mother Mary, right? But if you look, there were 3 Marys. There was a maiden, a mother, and a crone. It's there. I didn't make that up. I didn't write the Bible. From what I understand, the Council of Nicaea wasn't very nice. Yeah. Edit, 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 delete, delete, delete. That apparently there's a Gospel of Mary Magdalene that, you know, exists. You can find it. You can find copies of it, but not in the traditional canon, as they say. Why do they always look like why do they always look like unhappy rabbits? Because they are, my dear, they are. Okay. All right. Once this period of challenge on planet Earth is over, we're all going to save our pennies and we're all going to like fly to a city that has a hotel with a bar in it and some sort of pay-per-view access to these movies, right? Or we'll all bring our DVDs, and for a week it'll be like a new age seminar, except it'll just be about laughing, drinking, and watching movies, and Mystery Science Theater 3000 being all of them, right? Oh, it would just be so much fun. Oh, just so much fun. I love you all so much. Betty Davis was creepy to me. Well, she had it hard. Mother needed me. Father needed me behind Notions counter. She was forged in steel. I mean, she was a very, very strong woman and a mother. Now, by the way, let's see. I'm 3 people separated. 3 people, right? 6 degrees of separation. 3 people separated from Betty Davis. I had a friend who lived in Charlottesville, Virginia, when I lived in Charlottesville, Virginia, who was good friends with Betty Davis's grandson, right? So that's, yeah, 2 degrees of separation between me and Betty Davis. And apparently there was a lot of controversy there. And that's the thing, like Mommy Dearest and all these tell-alls. Women have had it hard. So let's talk about the divine feminine in general, right? Like women have had to contend the divine feminine energy. That's why the suppression of homosexuality with men and, you know, lesbians, it's centuries. And Matt Kahn talks about it in his book, by the way, quite extensively. Everything is here to help you, and why balancing that within ourselves is the best thing that we can do for equality on this planet, right? Because look at how men still, and women still, repress their emotions. They're afraid to feel their feelings. And if you've noticed, my work for the past couple of years has been about feel your feelings, right? You got to feel it to heal it. That is the divine feminine. That, if you like, you conceive, gestate, carry, and give birth to your own emotions every day. So your emotions are like your children, hence the inner child work. So are you neglecting and abandoning and abusing your own inner emotional children, right? It's all part of that same energetic schemata, right? So we are all mothers of our own emotions in that way. So of course, oh my God, baby Jane. But you are, Blanche. You're on a chair. So I, you know, look at the stress that that females have been under for, I don't know, the past 2,000 years, the past 3,000 years, how far you want to go back. Yeah, maybe originally culture on this planet was matriarchal, but it hasn't been for a really long time, right? The burning of witches was misogyny more than anything else, right? It was women having power. Oh no, can't have that, right? So look, I can get enraged and socio-political. I am a feminist. If you meet my mom, if you knew my mom in the 80s and the 90s, you would, my formative years, my teenage years, you would certainly get why I am a feminist. I mean, my mom looked like Bissett, Jacqueline Bissett in the 80s. Like, gorgeous. She was such an Aphrodite, but she was also a Demeter. But, you know, read Goddesses in Every Woman by Jean Shinoda-Bolen, brilliant book. My mom gave me Gods in Every Man when I was 19 years old, so she's sort of responsible for a lot of what I know, dropping books on me, as it were. So that hatred of the divine feminine, misogyny, right? So, and I don't want to make this overtly political, but do I really want to go there? I don't want to go there, but let's just say the last presidential election, there was so much misogyny in the air there, and I don't care what you think about the actual candidate, that was over the line, right? She's a mother, she's a grandmother, right? There's a lot of crazy stuff that went on there. Yeah. So let's really, in this time that we have, such a short time, even if we do an hour, such a short time, such a blip. A day in the life, a year in the life is such a blip on the timeline, right? To really take this time together to not just honor, but to love the Divine Mother in all of her faces and forms, including those within men, including that which is in nature. Don't you find it interesting that the whole Industrial Revolution was a repression of the divine and the controlling of the divine feminine energy, that which cannot be controlled, and yet did our best. See, this is why I'm so leery about the Fae. Full circle. The fairy. I'm like, beware of them, because look at what humanity has done to nature. Oh, they exist. Oh, they exist, but they're not nice. They are not nice. And I wouldn't be either if, because even where I live, beautiful land where I live here, but it's been dug up and concrete poured and trees ripped out. And, what if somebody came into your home and just leveled it and didn't ask you if it was okay? Because you would say no, right? Yeah. So, and misandry is the hatred of men, which sounds like, I don't know. And now from North Dakota, misandry, right? And misogyny, right? They sound like titles at a drag pageant. I mean, and look how far we've come. RuPaul's Drag Race, if that's not a manifestation of the divine feminine, I don't know what is. And it's the queen archetype, right? It's a different conversation, the queen archetype. My mother just happens to be a queen archetype, so I conflate the two. But certainly the rise of the divine feminine. And here's the thing, we are the divine feminine. Now, everybody has feminine energy, but the first wave of ascension is the divine feminine, the predominantly divine feminine, the empaths, the energy sensitives, the ones who feel their way through the path. That's us. That be us. That be us. So whenever we, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage. I love you. 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 I love somebody who speaks the language of drag, who is fluent in Trixie and Katya. Oh my God, I love them so much. I just want to meet them. I won't hug them. Like, they do not like being hugged. Not all drag queens, perhaps, but if they're in drag, don't hug them. Don't screw with their outfits. But I know Trixie does not like being hugged, and I love Katya. I would marry Katya in or out of drag, because I think we'd have so much to talk about. Sorry, I digress. What was I talking about? I don't know. Totally. Thank you, though. That was the best tangent ever. So let's meditate together. We have some time left. Not that there's a time limit on these things, but I try and keep them under an hour. I try and keep them entertaining, informational, and under an hour, so that we can love the Divine Mother within ourselves, that we can do what we came here to do, to feel and to heal the things that the other two waves, the second wave and the third wave, can't. It's not even that they don't want to, they don't even acknowledge that feeling it is healing it, right? We are the pressure valves, we are the transformers. And by the way, as I said to somebody yesterday on the phone, a spiritual counseling client, I said, yeah, it's horrible that we have to feel the emotions for everybody else, but we get the benefit of the spiritual growth. We get the revelation. Because have you noticed after a good cry, you're blissful? If you play it right, not always, but it can go in that direction, that we get the healing. Yeah. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to combine what I would usually do is two separate processes or meditations or whatever. One, of course, we're going to invoke the Divine Goddess, the Divine Mother we already have in that opening prayer, but to be held by her, right? To be held in the arm of the Divine Mother, and by whatever name you know her by. You can just call her Divine Mother. You could call her Mother Mary. You could call her... Ready? Kalima! Now, Kali is the face of ruthless compassion, the mask that Kuan Yin wears when you're not paying attention. Right? I know so many people loved that. That was on my Instagram and Facebook story yesterday. I took a picture of her and put in PBLTHHHHH, which is very much a Bloom County reference that I don't think anybody got. Build a cat. So we're going to be held in the arms of the Divine Mother, but by whatever face, name, or culture you know her by. And then we're going to take that love, allow it to move through us, and love Mother Earth. Oh, and do I have my book? Yes, I do. Okay. Because I want to use the Matt Kahn Healing the Earth prayer thingy hoo ha doo-dah. Mother Earth, I just saw it. There we go. Good. Okay. So please get yourself comfortable in a position you can stay in for a couple of minutes. And if you have a pentacle-shaped crystal, you don't need one. I just happen to have one. Aurora Crystals in Freeport on Ocean Avenue. Please get yourself comfortable in a position you can stay in for a couple of minutes. Close your eyes and breathe. This is the interactive, not that we haven't been interactive, the interactive part of our program. Relax and breathe. And breath is that first foundation of self-love, so do give yourself a minute of conscious breath. The Divine Feminine being the inhale, the Divine Masculine the exhale, bringing it all into balance, and notice how quickly it relaxes you. That you take space for yourself. Boundaries up. In the castle of the soul, carved of a single diamond. Walls 1,000 feet high, 10 feet thick. Drawbridge raised. And that you take this time, and that we take our time here. There is no rush. Time for ourselves and space for ourselves, and time and space together make attention, to give attention to your inner world right now. The realm of the Divine Feminine. That interconnects us with all of life. And that we relax, that we rest. Those are the 4 pillars: breath, space, time, rest. The 4 pillars, the 4 foundations of self-love. And I ask the Divine Mother, who has already been invoked by all of your names and in all of your faces, that we climb into your arms, that we crawl up on your lap, that we allow ourselves to rest in your arms, Great Mother, of all names in all cultures. You who don't care what religion we are, or what race, or what gender, or what gender preference, or care about any of that. Because you created us as we are in these lives, as well as the souls that inhabit these bodies. All of it, the yin and the yang you gave birth to. From you we proceed, and unto you we return. So may we return right now in this moment to your unconditional love, to your nurturance. Because you know exactly what's going on planet Earth. You forged the very atoms and molecules that make up the thing that's terrifying the majority of humanity right now. And there is purpose there, though we may not know what it is. Maybe it's just that in this moment we could return to you and turn to you. And rest in your arms. Rest in your heart. From really, we've never left. No more than a ray of light has left the sun. No more than the tip of a wave has left the ocean. Just breathe here. Just be here. In this time. In this space. Surrounded by the Mother's grace. Oh, Mother, we need hope more than ever, and we need help more than ever. May we be channels of that. May we be the lighthouses of hope that need not run up and down the beach looking for boats. They will find us. May your love flow through us. May your wisdom flow through us. May your power recharge us. Every cell, every tissue, every organ, every system. Your children love you. Even those who don't know you love you. They just don't know they love you. That we may mother ourselves with your grace. And that we may turn to our own hearts now. The center of our chest. The heart chakra. The anahata. The unstuck. And see within it our own inner children, our own emotions that we have neglected and abused and ignored, that we may do so no longer, because that's often why we feel like you have abused, neglected, and ignored us, but that's not true. That's just our projection. Hence the witch burnings, hence the repression of the divine feminine for centuries. But no longer. May that not stand 1 second longer when we have the ability now to embrace and be you. As we love these children of the heart, the nature child, the wounded child, the orphan child, the magical child, the divine child, the eternal child, the runaway, the brat, the genius child. And all of our emotions that gestate inside of us, waiting to rise and be loved. The sadness, the depression, the anger, the frustration, the rage, the jealousy, the impatience, the boredom, the worry, the fear, the desolation, the powerlessness, as well as the contentment, the hope, the optimism, the faith, the happiness, the passion, the optimism, said it twice, the joy, the bliss, the ecstasy, the excitement, the entire range, from shadow to light, all children within us. And at the center of that pantheon of children within us is the earth in the center of our chest. A holographic pattern with the green mother, the earth mother, Gaia. Your manifestation in form. Oh, Mother, we're so sorry for what humankind has done to your physical form. But thank you for the opportunity to come into form that we may help you as Earth make your transition from third dimensional through fourth dimensional to fifth dimensional status, awareness, what some call heaven on earth, what I call paradise. And so in the dimension of oneness, I allow Mother Earth to receive all she gives me. Breathe. Hands on hearts if you feel it so. In the dimension of oneness, I now allow Mother Earth to receive all she gives me. In the dimension of oneness, I allow Mother Earth to receive all that she gives me. When the earth energizes my heart replenishes the planet. When the earth energizes my heart replenishes the planet. When the earth energizes my heart replenishes the planet. When I am uplifted by Mother Earth, Mother Earth is uplifted by me. When I am uplifted by Mother Earth is uplifted by me. When I am uplifted by Mother Earth is uplifted by me. When Mother Earth is uplifted by me, I raise the vibration of the planet. When Mother Earth is uplifted by me, I raise the vibration of the planet. When Mother Earth is uplifted by me, I raise the vibration of the planet. When I raise the vibration of the planet raises the vibration of me. When I raise the vibration of the planet raises the vibration of me. When I raise the vibration of the planet raises the vibration of me. When the planet raises the vibration of me, I become a light that liberates all souls. When the planet raises the vibration of me, I become a light that liberates all souls. When the planet raises the vibration of me, I become a light that liberates all souls. And so I say to the Mother of all, the Divine Mother, to the Divine Feminine within all, to all the children in my heart, to all the children in all hearts, and to the planet Earth, Mother Earth herself, that I stand upon, as well as that exists within the center of my heart, unstuck and blazing with the emerald green chakra fire, holding the sacred truth that love is divine power. To all of this I say, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, Mother. I love you, child. I love you. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So mote it be. And so it is. And breathe. Wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. And as you're ready, allow your eyelids to be the last things that move as you open them outwards into the room wherever you may be. Sip of water. How are you? How you feel? How you feel? Feel good? I knew that I would. a shot. You feeling it? You feeling the love? Are you feeling the relaxation? You feeling the relax? Good. You feel the relax. Good, good, good. Feel the relax. I'm going to be FaceTiming with my mom today. That invoked incredible, beautiful images and weeping with the love of the Divine Mother. I mean, wow, so powerful. This is what I was made for. This is what I've been apparently preparing my whole life to do during this time of challenge, right? So if anybody wants to super chat me, now's a good time before I sign off, because I'm going to sign off in a little bit. I'm going to be FaceTiming with my mom later today. There's a new app called House Party. My mom told me about it. She's like, get House Party. I'm like, Mom, I haven't been to a house party since the 90s. But there you have it. I'm going to be trying to make the last 4 videos in this Twin Flame series, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, that I'm probably going to order Arby's for my Mother's Day dinner. Make some meditation videos from the old 3 years ago stock from the Vimeo.com. So my Vimeo page, thank you so much, Donabella. Thank you, Mari. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, every time you you super chat me, an angel gets her pointy hat. It's good for ring toss. Yeah, love your mothers today. You're symbolic, you're literal. You're your friends who are mothers, and by all means, if you are mother to fur baby, as I am, and mother to a company, I always said Join the Circle Productions is now my 22-year-old, right? 98, 2008, 2000. Yeah. My 22-year-old. Thank you, Julia. It's very sweet of you. But even when you do super chat me, if things get demonetized, it's fine because I made some money off of it. And it's so funny. They've only demonetized permanently one of my videos, and they just limit it. They don't completely like zorch it out. It just means you have to be like on premium to get ad revenue from it, or for it to generate ad revenue. But only one in all this time, and I think that's a pretty good record. But when you do that, because really, I just get pennies. Like I went back and looked at some of them. It's like, really? I've had 52 viewers and I've made 38 cents. Okay, if that's how it rolls, it's why I'm putting out as much content as I can. But I refuse to put out just cheap content or clickbait. I'm putting out the best that I can for you all. In other words, I made a vow, and I tell you now, I'm giving you the best that I got. I just Anita Bakered us. Okay. I am going to take a little break. I'm going to snuggle with my boys. I'm going to do a little yoga, do a little Wim Hof, have a little leftover pizza. Thank you, Grace. Woo, rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. And I'm going to talk to my mom later and probably cry my eyes out before, during, and after. But there you have it. I can't wait till my dreams come true. I do want all my dreams to come true because you know what? My dreams are worth having, and they're going to be a blessing upon this world. And I hope that's true for everybody. Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Karen. And I don't mind doing tricks. I do not mind not turning tricks, doing tricks for you all in Super Chat. If I can just make one person laugh, and if I can just get paid for making one person laugh, it'll all be worth it. Eve, my understudy. Of course I knew. Go watch All About Eve. Go watch All About Eve. Go watch Mommy Dearest. I think today that would be a nice counterpoint to all of this like heart chakra stuff is Hollywood royalty, right? That might be a good thing, right? I love you all so very much. I will let you know if I'm doing this again tonight. We will see. It looks like it's going to be a long emotional day for you. Well, Moon is in Capricorn, and remember, Saturn goes retrograde tomorrow, right? Oh, really? 12:09 a.m. So maybe we'll just do a buckle down live stream tonight at 11 p.m. But I will let you know in the Facebook group if that's going down. Cool. Love you too. Love you all so much. wishing you the very best and the very blessed. And for all of you mothers out there, I love you, I love you, I love you. But for now, my darling, say it with me. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be. Ciao, bella.